Imagine being a fly on the wall at an elementary school in your area right as the buses are unloading to begin the morning classes. Off the first bus come many children, but the most noticeable is a petite little girl that is lagging behind the rest of her class. She gets off the bus. Her eyes are droopy. She looks like she just rolled out of bed. Her skin is pale, and she is noticeably smaller than the other children. As she walks toward her classroom, she drags her backpack behind her because it is too heavy for her to carry. Her tiny stomach grumbles because she hasn't had anything to eat since her school lunch yesterday. At the first door down the hall, you see a young teacher, full of energy, greeting every student that walks by. Sadly, she knows that the little girl and many of the others that she is greeting have not had anything to eat since last night and are getting off the buses with hungry stomachs. The Share Our Strength organization recently documented that 62% of America's teachers regularly see kids who come to school hungry because they aren't getting enough food to eat at home. 62% of America's teachers are noticing that their children are malnourished and can do nothing. Is that true? This is an American statistic. This statistic came right from in your own backyard. It didn't come from a foreign country. It was right here in America. From Choose My Plate, a government organization set up to promote healthy eating in America, they suggest that every meal contain 1 fruit serving, 1 vegetable serving, 1 protein serving, 1 preferably whole grain serving, and 1 serving of a dairy product. The Share Our Strength organization has also documented that every 1 out of 5 children, roughly 16 million kids in America, struggle with hunger. This statistic only reflects the children in America. Imagine the amount of adults that would have to be added to that number to have an accurate count of those who live in a food insecure household. Today, I'm going to persuade you to volunteer your extra time at a local area food bank to help those people that are right in your area. As defined by the United States Department of Agriculture, food security means access to by all people at all times to enough food for an active, healthy life. There are many ways to help those suffering from food insecurity in your area. But the 2 most basic ways that can be incorporated into your everyday lifestyle are donating your time or donating supplies. If you have a little bit of extra time on your hands, you should donate that time to collect and distribute items to your local area food bank. One way to get very involved is to find a food bank nearest you. According to the Index of Food Banks provided by the Feeding America organization, there are 7 recognized food banks throughout the state of Virginia. Those 7 food banks do not include local collection groups, such as church organizations or local groups run through individual towns. These are also great groups to become incorporated with. If you have even a half an hour or 3 hours to spare, you should consider donating that time to helping your local area food banks. All help is accepted. If you show up at a food bank near you, you will be put to work stocking shelves, gathering items, or distributing food to those in need. This basic kind of help is needed all the time, but it isn't often provided. With food banks being a nonprofit organization, they need volunteer staff, just like you and me, to help work and be able to provide food for those in need. You can collect food items as well and donate them to your local area food bank as another simple but helpful solution. Canned food drives in your places of worship, town halls, or schools are a great way to quickly raise goods to supply your food bank. An easy way to provoke action is with a contest. For example, a simple yet very effective contest would be to host a canned food drive at a local high school and collect the cans by grade level. By the end of the week, you announce that the grade with the highest amount of cans gets a small incentive, perhaps bragging rights, to the winning grade level. This promotes donations. Another way to support your local area food bank is through donation. Through donation is to hold a coin drive and raise money to buy specific items that the food bank may be in need of. For example, at your place of worship, you could collect a free will offering and use that money to buy supplies that the food bank may be out of, perhaps peanut butter in the off-season or even meat when needed. Imagine yourself being that same fly on the wall a couple weeks later. It's now spring, and your local area food bank is getting more donations and more help than ever before. The yellow buses pull up to the doors, and many children pile off the buses. The little girl that stuck out in your mind before can't be picked out of the crowd because she is happy and healthy because she's been receiving the right amount of nutrition through her food bank. Without the donation of supplies and time from average people, that little girl's stomach would still be growling every morning. It does not take a superhero like Superman or Batman to help the impoverished in your own community. It just takes regular people who want to do something super for those around them.